watching Unapologetic Filmmaking and Dope-ish.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to Unapologetic Filmmaking and Dope-ish. I am one of your hosts, Omari Matlock, along with
Alexander McCoy-Smith.
Join us as we explore independent filmmaking, creativity, and just all around dope-ish. Monday through Thursday, you can catch... Wow.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I literally just had a brain fart. Like, I was just thinking about Rogue One. Okay, I'm sorry. Monday through Thursday, you'll catch the show broken up topic by topic, and on Friday, you'll catch the whole show in its entirety.
Yes, that's true. Hey, if you like this, please subscribe, share it, hit the like button. If you have any questions, please hit us up at rebirth_films.
And don't forget to be a part of our crew.
That's correct.
I just line jacked you.
You line jack me.
I line jacked you.
And guess what? Welcome everybody to episode 8.
You a hater. He gonna line jack me. Okay.
That's right.
All right, cool,
That's
cool.
right.
All right, so we on topic 1.
Yep, topic
which
1.
Is what?
Topic 1, well, first of all, we need to go ahead and talk about, we were talking about pre-production earlier. And for us...
Was the last, what episode?
Yeah, the last episode, episode 7, we was talking about brainstorming. We'll make a quick clarity here. We know that it's a part of the development stage, but for us...
We treat it like...
Yeah, for us, the development stage in pre-production actually
all one and the same.
Yeah, for us it is, But there is a clear distinction between the two. But I just want to go ahead and clear that up. So right now,
I mean, because real quick though, because
Yeah.
basically the development stage in bigger budget things doesn't necessarily mean that it's in pre-production because you may not have the money to even be at that point. You know what I'm saying? So
Correct.
The development stage is a little different in the big budget or mainstream than for indie people, especially us.
Yeah, well, especially us. So yeah. So with that being said, like I said last time, we talked about brainstorming. Well, for us in Rebirth Films, the next thing we normally do is character development.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, so we are talking about character development today, which will technically be in the development stage, correct?
That's correct.
All right, but we are development / pre-pro.
Yeah, we skip a lot of steps as far as how everything goes because in our mind, once we start talking stuff out, it's a go. It's a go. It's pretty much it's greenlit for us in our minds.
Right.
So, but with that being said, though, we don't start the actual writing process just yet. We go into let's talk about the characters because that's how we are. We artists first. Right. So before, I remember talking to you about, everybody was listening, that that one day you was cutting the grass.
Cutting that grass.
You was cutting the grass,
That's what
whatever.
you gotta do. I hate it.
I know. And you was going over the story with me, whatever. And then literally, I think the next question I asked you was about the characters because normally when you talk to me or vice versa, we talk about characters up front.
Oh hell yeah!
Up front, it's this is the story-ish, but these are the characters because especially in today's climate, a lot of people are falling in love with characters. You know what I'm saying? Maybe from Game of Thrones, even though they're killing everybody off. Even from, even if you take relative, the TV shows like The Walking Dead, the main reason for that is the characters. It's not actually the zombies. Right. It's the actual the relation between and everything like that.
Do you watch Walking Dead?
Yeah, I watch it. I'm not up to speed yet, but I've been watching. See, I'm gonna tell you a quick side note, whatever. So the person who got me watching that was my mom.
Really?
So yeah, because so the people don't know this, whatever. My mom, she works for the library, and so she rented out a bunch of Walking Deads at the time, a bunch of them.
Walking Dead-a-thon, huh?
Yeah, is that what she was like? Hey, you might like this, whatever. And matter of fact, another segue, she's the one that got me watching Full Metal Alchemist, the anime.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, Mom Dukes.
Yeah, I know,
Shout out
right?
to Mom Dukes.
Yeah, I know, right? But she had the whole stack of them. She was like, hey, you might like this here. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And that's the DVDs. I took the whole DVDs. I just powered through them. I've always been a marathon watcher before Netflix.
Right, nah, for sure.
Yeah,
because you do fast forward through shit.
No, that's stuff. If it's good, I don't fast forward.
That's a super marathon.
Dude, that's for real, right? You gotta get through it, right? But anyway, back to The Walking Dead, that's how I got into that. And then I actually introduced my wife to it. So she became a fan.
She on it?
Yeah, she on it too. She became a fan with her. But with that being said, though, but I know the main reason because of that was because of the characters, the dynamics that was happening inside the show. Yeah, for sure. And it was it was just it was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? So
I think I started watching when it first came out. I watched. I got through the first season and the second season, and then after that, I just lost track of time, being able to have time to do it. So, but I remember when I saw the first season, I thought to myself, I said, damn, this is brilliant. It was brilliant because it didn't matter if it was zombies or lizards or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It was the dynamics of the characters of the people, you know. So I thought that was like amazing, just you know, for them to be able to capture that. And I thought the ironic thing is like kind of fast forwarding into the recent season, which is like 7 or 8 or something like that. Some of my coworkers was going ham like the other day. Well, when that season started or whatever, right? Okay. And they was just like my coworker was literally emotionally, 2 of them emotionally, 3 of them emotionally distraught, dude. Like, I was like, what the hell? What is this episode about? So I mean, I knew I probably wouldn't be watching no time soon. So they was telling me. And everything that they didn't even mention the word fucking zombie. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, that's some great. I mean, so basically from season 1 to season 7 or 8 or whatever season they're on, they've upheld the characters. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when I think Glenn was the one that got killed. 2 people got killed.
Spoilers, evidently.
Hey, listen,
oh my God! I had to put an annotation in the video now.
Hey, spoiler alert! After the fact, but. So yeah, so when like, and I don't know if you know, but Glenn is the little Asian guy who's been on there since like,
forever.
Season 1. Like, matter of fact, he was the second person that you were introduced to. Yeah. Yeah. So he helped. What's the sheriff's name? Rick. Yeah, he helped Rick out of the tank. You know what I'm saying? So, which was crazy, but anyway, I thought that was amazing. I was like, my one coworker, he's an older guy, whatever, super cool, Jeff, photographer. He said he lost sleep. I was like, hot damn. I need to write like that. Yeah, I mean, but like I said though, but people are emotionally invested. And then the other thing is this too though, like I didn't even know this until I was watching like another podcaster that is a comic book. So So with that being said though, people have been reading up and kind of knowing what was going to happen. I've been reading up and knowing what's kind of going on, whatever. I mean, because of course the comic book is far ahead, technically speaking. But with that being said though, back to the characters, you know what I'm saying? You get the people to fall in love with your characters, and we've always believed that. Like, it has to be the character first, of course, because at the end of the day, like, you know, what story out there that hasn't been technically told? You know, I mean, really. I mean, but seriously, though, ours kind of go back to comic book days, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've always had characters, like, I think characters, I mean, stories were always there, but it was like character. You know what I'm saying? So I think, at least, you know, for me, I know I kind of took my cues from theirs. Like they were real characters that somehow you ended up liking or hating, whether they was a supervillain or a hero or whatever. And then they always seem to kind of wrap stories around them, you know. So I've always gravitated towards story, you know. I mean, characters then story, you know what I'm saying. So I think we kind of had maybe the same approach there, but kind of going back to what our topic is, it's like character development for us is number one, because if you don't have a character that you care about, who gives a damn about the story? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because like, you know, it was funny you said it, because I remember on our baby film that we haven't done yet, it was funny because it was a long time ago. Oh, you talking about? You can't say the title? No, we ain't gonna say the title. Say the title. But the thing is this though, the reason why I'm even bringing them up, whatever, because I killed my character off. And I remember when I did it, you was like, what are you doing? That was sacrilege at the time. You was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to kill him off. But the main reason why, though, was because I was like, I always felt like, I don't think I ever told you this, whatever, but I said, if my character, I wanted people to have heartstrings for him. Right. And if he was to pass away, it's like, what the heck is going on? Now, mind you, years later, everybody dying everywhere, and I'm like, okay, was I ahead of the curve? Yeah, but they beat me to it as far as making the media. But I've been thought about, you know what I'm saying, killing my character off, whatever. And this is the funniest thing though. Evidently, I know it works because other media have proven it. Well, I think the difference between you at that time and me at that time, or maybe a little earlier, is I killed a lot of my characters, but I killed characters no one probably would have given a damn about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You killed the main character. It was like the main character, like he's gone. You know, and you know, but the story still lived on. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it was so funny. Though, it was like, but that was my goal. And the funny thing is, like now, I'm seeing that out there. Yeah. And like the not only problem is like now all it's commonplace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You kill something off, whatever, you know? So yeah, but back to the whole, like, yes, characters, like, and like I said, for us, that's mostly what we talk about. Is
what is our characters, because our characters actually dictate really where the film goes.
Right, for sure.
Because the problem in the film isn't the film, meaning like, hey, I need to rescue the damsels in distress. Fine.
Right.
But what is your character going to do? What's his mindset,
what's
or her mindset, or the kid's mindset?
Right.
How they're going to react, and then so like that's how we push our stories along.
Yeah, I mean, so we what we do is as we design or develop each character, we break them down to like, you know, I mean, as far back as even family members that you may never see in the story at all. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, like their mindset, like, you know, if they've been married or they lost kids or whatever, those things determine what their outlook is on anything. You know what I'm saying? So I know, besides just developing a character to make sure that they're a solid character, I know that it actually helps us with cast members. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're talking to cast members and they're like, you know, what's my motivation or what's this character like? It's not like, oh shit, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We like, okay, so this guy grew up in blah, 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 or this girl, she had this kind of back. You know what I'm saying? So it actually helps them. It helps them flush out their character a little bit more and say, well, I think that she would bring this to this situation because of blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, we could have a more educated and fruitful conversation as far as like really developing a character. Because I mean, because I know we give them backgrounds, we give them past, we give them motive, we give them all these different things or whatever. But I honestly don't think that character is fully fleshed out into, you know, to a great cast member gets a hold to them and brings them to life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, or even beside that, like even in the concept art stage, knowing what type of okay, let's use Mara for example, right? So Mara is a character that we probably worked the longest on, you know, and Mara was a character which we should show a picture flash the picture. Okay. So the picture be right about now. Okay, all right. So for you people that's listening, sorry. No, I'm just kidding. So the people that's listening, basically what you're going to be looking at is going to be, or you won't be looking at, but is going to be a woman who's insane, like crazy as hell. So we had a whole conversation. It probably took like 6 months to design what she actually looked like, because my thought process was Mara was insane, like beyond insane, beyond crazy, you know. So we kept talking. Can we have a woman walking around topless? You know what I'm saying? Without you just instantly looking at her boobs and getting all sexualized. You know what I'm saying? Like without making it a sexual thing, because my thought process was, if you're that insane, you're not going to take the time to get dressed. You're just not going to take the time to get dressed. So she has like bandages on her arms and she has pins in her arms, you know, because she's blind and she sews things, human skin things, crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? And she doesn't take the time to find a pin cushion, so she just sticks them in her hand, and she has like a rag around her waist or whatever. But we kept going back and forth about the whole, I think me and Steve went back and forth the most, like just really trying to justify why she doesn't have a shirt on. And at the end, it ended up becoming the correct choice. Concept wise, the pictures and stuff that we shot looked amazing, you know, but you know, it was the design of that character really came down to what type of person was Mara. You know what I'm saying? What type of person she was. And that's another one of our babies, a film that we've been working on. And we've shot some proof of concept images and worked on story. And actually, Mr. Met made an appearance in our last short film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Descent of a Superstar.
Descent of a Superstar. So that's one of our dope projects that we're still in the works on or whatever. But it's called Lost House of a Met.
That is correct.
And Mara was just one of the examples of, you know, a character that it took us a long time to develop, and we had to really look at her backstory and figure out why she's dressed the way that she's dressed. And
I mean, like you said, it's why the way she is.
Right.
Period. The other thing is this too, for us, we do a lot of, I'm gonna use the word like make-believe type of stuff. Like our characters they're not just the run-of-the-mill like, hey, black guy from the 70s. Right. It's like, no, it was a black guy from the 70s, but guess what though? He's an alien. So why then where did he come from? Here's the history of that. So it's like our background literally is, you know, stems from comic books. And we are making a universe. So I know that's not for everybody. But with that being said, though, the more you have, the better.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like Omari just said, it took us 6 months to dream up Mara.
Right.
Like, this is what she looks like.
Right.
Now, but I will tell you this, though, but everything on her is a reason for it, though.
For sure, yeah.
So we look at it like, wow, like, it's a reason for everything that you see.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah, and for the model that played her, like, that stuff was, like, super important. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to her, I'm like, you know, we talk to her like, you're going to have no shirt on. You know, you have pasties, you know what I'm saying, just to keep it, you know, at least classy somewhat or whatever. But when we explain that to her, she completely got it. Cool, I understand it. You know, when we explain the character, she's like, got it, no problem. You know, so I'm like, I just think that that's important. You know what I'm saying? Like, really knowing your character.
We'll also do as well. Sorry for your listeners, but we will put up the actual real photo shoot image of the final of her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have the actual concept, and then you have the actual real photo.
Yeah. And I think for every character in that shoot, we literally, like, went all the way through the whole gamut of why they look the way they look. Why, you know, like Styx had the puppet mask on, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole backstory for that. We can show that one.
Yeah.
The old man, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had kind of burnt skin. He had ears hanging from his belt. That was a whole, you know. And even so again, when we were talking to Toby Tyler, who was doing our costumes at the time, like, she needed to know every single detail about every character, because designing their wardrobe, she needed to know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this guy is from whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, the old man was a butcher, you know what I'm saying? So he would have wore the butcher's apron. I think it was like fresh meat on his, like, the whole, you know, and then I think my dad, he played the stand-in, or he played the character for the old man or whatever. So he was asking me, like, you know, what kind of guy is he, you know? So it's just like knowing that this guy is a strong guy. He's the leader. He's the this, he's the that, you know what I'm saying? It helped him, you know, perform. So that I think, again, like, our thing is just character development first, because when you develop your character, it tells you where a story can and can't go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, I don't know how much more we can talk about character development. Like, what else?
Well, I mean, I really feel like to wrap this all up in a nice little bow. It's like, I think that's pretty much it on the character development that we can, you know what I'm saying, advise on. It's just that, hey, you know what I'm saying, think long and hard. Make sure it fits with your story, the overall story, right? And then literally just focus on that character, because that's going to make your story for sure. Period. Yep. That's pretty much it. So, hey, from Rebirth Films, character development. Hey, character development 101, I guess that is. Yeah. And I'm sure I feel like we missing something, because we do things so unorthodox, but I guess, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, just really focus on those characters. It's going to tell you where your story needs to go. It's going to tell you what needs to happen in your script. It's going to tell you how a character talks, don't talk, what they would say, like, all of those things. Focus mannerisms, all that stuff. Yeah. So that's pretty much it, though. So for us, character development. Character development, that's another pre-production / development process. Yep. Yes, sir.
You are now watching Unapologetic Filmmaking and Dope